morning, students. Today we are continuing the module 2. I am Professor Rana from Hirasugar Institute of Technology. Today we are going to discuss about the security. What is security? Security is the major criteria in case of networking system. All IoT related projects which are directly dependent on the security of the network systems. So security you can provide it in various design specification and design aspects. You have to design the secured network systems, then only all the information, it may be financial transactions or it may be information exchanges. Secured network is most essential and most important. But in case of IoT related projects, they are totally depends on the networking systems. So network is secured, everything is secured. So the IEEE 802.15.4 specification uses advanced encryption standard AES with 128-bit key length as the base encryption algorithm for securing its data. AES is a block cipher, which means it operates on fixed size blocks of data. Symmetric key means that the same key is used for both the encryption and decryption of the data. In addition to encrypting the data, AES in 802.15.4 also validates the data that is sent. This is accomplished by a message integrity code, which is calculated for the entire frame using the same AES key that is used for encryption. So encryption and decryptions are most essential in case of security system. This IEEE 802.15.4 provides such a facilities. So the frame structure is as shown in the figure. So from frame format with auxiliary security header, field for 802.15.4 to 006 and later versions. So here you observe the fields, different fields, modified field every day they are updating the things. Frame control 2 bytes, sequence number 1 byte, destination PAN identifier and destination address, source PAN identifier and source address. They are providing the 4 to 20 bytes of addressing field and 0 to 14 bytes for auxiliary security header, and frame payload they are providing variable. Variable it means you have to vary according to the nature of the load. So frame check sequence, that is 2 byte, MAC footer, MAC payload, MAC header. So these are the security enabled. Up to this point we are providing the security enabled, and this point is auxiliary security header. Field is added to the MAC frame. So in this way the structure of security header, so you have to build up and provide according to the instructions. You have to load the information. Now we are enter into the another upgraded IEEE formats such as IEEE 802.15.4G and 802.15.4E. So IEEE 4E amendment of 802.15.4 Act 2011 expands the MAC layer features set to remedy the disadvantages associated with 802.15.4, including MAC reliability, unbounded latency, and multipath fading. Also made an improvements to better cope with certain application domains such as factory and process automation and smart grid. So similarly IEEE 802.15.4E at 2012 enhanced the IEEE 802.15.4 MAC layer capabilities in the areas of frame format, security and determinism, mechanism and frequency hopping. These are the major features are adopted and upgraded these IEEE standards. These features are helpful for networking systems. Next, we are proceeding to IEEE 802.15 4G and 15 4E. This technology applies to IoT users cases such as the following: distribution, automation and industrial supervisory, control and data acquisition, that is called SCADA, SCADA, environments for remote monitoring and control, public lighting, then environmental wireless sensors in smart cities, electrical vehicle charging stations, smart parking meters, microgrids, renewable energy. These are the things they are adopted, this type of protocols for various commercial and non-commercial applications. These are built as smart cities, etc. These protocols are most important and essential. Then IEEE 4G and 15 4E are also useful cases such as physical layer, PSD or payload size of 127 bytes was increased for the Sun physical layer to 2047 bytes. This provides a better match for the greater packet sizes found in many upper layer protocols. For example, the default IPv6 MTU setting is 1280 bytes. Fragmentation is no longer necessary at layer 2. When IPv6 packets are transmitted over IEEE 802.15.4G MAC frames, the error protection was improved in IEEE 802.15.4G by evolving the CRC, random cyclic redundancy check, from 16 to 32 bits. Another features they are added, the Sun PHY as described in IEEE 802.15.4G. Physical layer, another important parameters we are going to learn, that one is multi-rate and multi-regional orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. That is short form is MROFDM. Provides higher data rates but may be too complex for low cost and low power devices. Multi-rate and multi-regional offset quadrature space shift keying, that short form MROQPSK, shares the same characteristics of IEEE 802.15.4 at 2006 OQPSK, orthogonal QPSK in physical layer, making multi-mode systems more cost-effective and easier to design. Enhanced data rates and greater number of channels for channel hopping are available. Depending on the frequency bands and modulation, the layers are developed. Then you are entered to the another layer which is known as a media access control layer. This is purely depends on time slotted channel hopping, TSCH. It is an IEEE 802.15.4E at 2012 MAC operation mode that works to guarantee media access and channel diversity. The channel hopping, also known as frequency hopping, utilizes different channels for transmission at different times. TSCH divides time into fixed time periods or time slots, which offer guaranteed bandwidth and predictable latency. In a time slot, one packet and its acknowledgement can be transmitted, increasing network capacity because multiple nodes can communicate in the same time slot using different channels. So these are the major features in MAC layer. So we are proceeding enhanced beacons EBS EBS extends the flexibility of IEEE 802.15.4 beacons to allow the construction of application-specific beacon contents. This is accomplished by including relevant IES in EB frames. Some IES that may be found in EBS include network matrix, frequency hopping broadcast, schedule, and PAN information version. These are the major functions of enhanced beacons. So the MAC frame format is as shown in the figure 802.15.4e MAC. So these are the major controlling fields. Frame control to be sequence number 1 byte, addressing fields 4 to 20 bytes, then auxiliary security header, then information elements, then variable payload, then frame check sequence at 2 to 4 bytes. This is a MAC footer, MAC payload, MAC header as shown in the figure. So in enhance you can physical service data unit, physical header, and start of the frame delimiter and preamble. These are allocated for physical service data 0 to 2047 bytes. So in this way they are structured the MAC frame format. Then format, the main changes shown in the IEEE 802.15.4e header are presence of the auxiliary security header and information elements field. The auxiliary security header provides for the encryption of the data frame. The IE field contains one or more information elements that allow for additional information to be exchanged at the MAC layer. So this is the modification made by 4G or 4E, the following modification. So another we are thinking about the security aspects, how this protocol is protects. IEEE 802.15.4G and 802.15.4E inherit their security attributes from IEEE 802.15.4 at version 2006 specification. Encryption is provided by AES with a 128-bit key. In addition to the auxiliary security header field initially defined in 802.15.4.206, a secure acknowledgement and secure enhanced beacon field complete the MAC layer security. So these are the security facilities are provided by IEEE 4G and 4E. So these are the arrangements. Then these are most useful for networking application or IoT application. So in IEEE 1901.2a at 2003 version is a wired technology that is updated to original IEEE 100.1.2 specifications. This is a standard for narrowband power line communication, NB-PLC. So NB-PLC leverages a narrowband spectrum for low power, long range, and resistance to interference over the same wires that carry electric power. So these are the modifications of IEEE 1901.2a at upgrading every year. Then another thing we are going to discuss about that LORAWAN, low power wide area. LO means low power wide area network adopted for long range and battery powered endpoints. LORAWAN is unlicensed band LPWA technology. So LORA was a physical layer or layer 1 modulation that was developed by a French company named Cyclio. First time it was determined this type of technology by the company name is CYC LEO. Later CYC LEO was acquired by Semtech, optimized for long range, two-way communications and low power consumption. These are the major advantages and addition about the LoWPAN MAC layer. The MAC layer is defined in the LoRaWAN specification. This layer takes an advantage of LoRa physical layer and classifies LoRaWAN endpoints to optimize their battery life and ensure downstream communications to the LoRaWAN endpoints. The LoRaWAN specification documents three classes of LoRaWAN devices. Class A. This class A is the default implementation optimized for battery-powered nodes. It allows bidirectional communications where the given node is able to receive downstream traffic after transmitting. Two receive windows are available after each transmission. Then MAC layer turn into class B. In class B, this class B was designated experimental in LoRaWAN 1.0.1 until it can be better defined. A class B node or endpoint should get additional receive windows compared to the class A, but gateways must be synchronized through a beaconing process. In class C, this class C is particularly adapted for powered nodes. This classification enables a node to be continuously listening by keeping its receive window open and not transmitting. Then MAC layer, that versions of 1.0x LoRaWAN utilizes 6 MAC message types. LoRaWAN device use join request and join accept messages for activation and joining the network. The other message types are unconfirmed data up bar down and confirmed data up dash down. A confirmed message is one that must be acknowledged, and unconfirmed signifies that the end device does not need to acknowledge. Up down is simply a directional notation identifying whether the message flows in the uplink or downlink path. Uplink means you have to upload your informations to satellite or other. Uplink messages are sent from endpoints to the network server and are relayed by one or more LoRaWAN gateways. Downlink messages flows from the network server to a single endpoint and are relayed by only a single gateway. Then NB-IoT and other LTE variations. Existing cellular technologies such as GPRS, Edge, 3G and 4G/LTE are not particularly well adapted to battery-powered devices and small objects specifically developed for Internet of Things. LTE-M, the new LTE-M device category was not sufficiently close to LPWA capabilities. A new narrowband radio access technology called narrowband IoT, NB-IoT. Then power saving mode. It is another important practice. This new device status minimizes energy consumption. PSM is defined as being similar to powered off mode, but the device stays registered with the network. By staying registered, the device avoids having to reattach or re-establish its network connections. The device negotiates with the network the ideal time after which it will wake up. When it wakes up, it initiates a tracking area update, after which it stays available for a configured time and then switches back to sleep mode or PSM. A TAU is a procedure that an LTE device uses to let the network know its current tracking area or the group of towers in the network from which it can be reached. So we are proceeding to The another communication system that is known as half duplex mode. This is a type of communications. Half duplex means one way type of communications. This mode reduces the cost and complexity of a device implementation because a duplex filter is not needed. Most IoT endpoints are sensors that send low amounts of data that do not have a full duplex communication requirement. So this is known as half duplex. Full duplex means bidirectional, half duplex means half directional. Then so in this way, full duplexion means bidirectional communications exist. Both transmitter and receivers can easy to exchange the information and relieve the informations. In this way, we are communicating from one point to the another point.